We did have one incident where they did escape. Well, I don't know if you could say they escaped, but they just kind of ran and took off on us when we were moving them. It was weird because we've been moving them the whole 3 months.
Yeah, the whole summer.
In and out. Like they'd be 2 weeks here, 3 weeks there. And the last 2 weeks that we were going to have them, I thought, okay, it'd be nice if we moved them out of the shelter where they're in the grass and they're outside. These last 2 weeks, let's make it really good for them. And every move went smooth.
So smooth. Like all we had to do was lead them with the bucket of food that we trained them on to follow the bucket, and they've always done that no problem. And then there was that one time.
It's the last time we were going to move them.
Yeah.
2 weeks left, and as soon as I opened their shelter door, they just kind of started running.
Yeah, and it was like they were charging and grunting and bulldozing. It was really scary. Yeah. It was scary for me because I always had really bad anxiety whenever we moved the pigs, even though they always had moved really well and they went peaceably and they followed the bucket. And then that one day, the last time, I was like, this is what I knew it. I knew that they were going to do something like this. This is what I always feared.
For me, I wasn't so much scared of them.
Of the pigs themselves.
The pigs themselves.
I was afraid of the pigs themselves.
I was more scared that they were going to go to another property and damage property, yes. Or they were going to run out in the street.
Yes.
And get ran over by a car, or they were just going to really just take off, and we would not be able to stop them. And there's no stopping these pigs. These pigs at this point were almost
200 pounds.
Almost 250.
Yeah.
And so they almost did run out in the street.
They almost did. They got pretty close. I don't know what they were. I don't know what they wanted up there by the street, but they had never been up there before.
I think they're just very curious, maybe, and they were just kind of like roaming around. And finally, I started rubbing their bellies and giving them ear scratches, and that calmed them down, and they stopped.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, and then they started heading back down, and we put them back in the shelter, and then that's where they stayed in that shelter because that's where we felt comfortable with them. Actually, we did let them out after that. Around the fence.
Oh, well, yeah,
but we
they
didn't
were
really,
still in the pig port practically.
Yeah, but we didn't move them, so.
And a lot of people who had watched that YouTube video that we know personally, other homesteaders were like, you guys were so calm. I guess I didn't think about that, but we that's how we are, even under a scary situation like that. I guess a lot of other homesteaders were like, we would have been cursing or, I don't know,
or
screaming.
Really freaking out.
Or yelling.
I thought we were freaking out. I guess that's us. That's how we freak out.
But we were inside. I mean, I was behind the camera, so you couldn't hear, the microphone couldn't pick up my voice. And I kept saying, oh my gosh, Jason, I'm so scared. Because I was afraid of the pigs themselves. I thought they were going to bite me or
run you over,
push me down to the ground, or even like our daughter Penelope, I thought they were gonna find her and bite her or something. I think I was just afraid of the pigs themselves. And then I did sense your fear of the street once they got up closer to the street.
Yes.
But that's a video that's to be watched. If you have not seen that one, that's over on our YouTube channel.
Yes, we kept that camera rolling the whole time.
I know.
You know what's funny? That was only the whole time when I very first opened that door till we brought them back in, it felt like 2 hours.
It did. That's so funny. You did mention that.
Yeah, but after we saw the footage, because we kept the camera rolling and we didn't turn it off the whole time.
So the whole time we were freaking out. We were like, the pigs are going to go in the street, and we could not get them back into the pig port. That felt like 2 hours long of trying to get them under control.
And then the actual footage was only 12 minutes. It was only 12 minutes long, that whole episode there.
Yeah, and we were both really surprised. We're like, 12 minutes? It felt like hours long.
It felt like 2 hours.
It did. We were sweating. We were out of breath. I mean, after we got them back in the pig port, we did turn off the camera and we sat there.
I know.
For I don't know how long, and we just were catching our breath, and I was shaking so bad, and
yeah. Yeah, we had to chill out there for a minute. We just went inside and just didn't
sat down,
do anything. Yeah, it was wild, but
because we were it's that's all of our hard work, and to make an investment like that on a larger animal, that's a lot of money, especially for us, smaller homesteads, that's a lot of money. And for them to just be hit by a car or to damage a neighbor's property or something. So I think that was a big fear on our part, was like, that's our investment, you know. We cannot lose that.
Yeah, definitely.